Mark Anthony Dubose Jr. Who is Mark Anthony Dubose Jr.? Something that I was always asking myself for a very long time in my life, and I come to realize that just doesn't really even matter. What really does matter is where did I come from, and where it is that I'm going, and where it is that I can see that you're going if you want to pay attention to what it is that I'm saying, what it is that I'm speaking. My name is Mark Anthony Dubose Jr., and I was born July 4th, 1986. As much as that matters to some people, but it really doesn't matter to me. You could just call me hey, and hey guy, and hey you. That suffices me because I realize that it doesn't really matter too much of who I am. It matters of who it is that I want to talk about on this planet, and who I'm going to continue to keep on talking about on this planet. And who it is that I'm always going to keep talking about is the being of God that created this planet, that in the beginning formed something, slapped it together, created something to be able to separate waters, created some land, and created this world, and created everything that's out here for us to possibly be able to see, even our own selves and everything to come, still to come, that we still haven't been able to see what everything is that's out here. We only see what it is that we're able to see, what God allows us to see, that we're not able to see the rest of everything out here. Something interesting on the way that I say that, because it's something I want to talk about today that is very, very interesting in the fact of what it is that I was reading a story in this Bible, the book of Daniel, and something that happened to him that went down that really got me thinking a lot. And it got me thinking a lot just the instant that I saw it, because it just came to mind. And that's the concept of when the peoples put the Daniel in the lion's den. And I guess there's a place where the lions hang out, and they're all in there, and they just, who knows what they're for. In reality, they're just in there. They're for sport, to do some not so great things in reality to human beings. And the people sentenced him to put him into that lion's den. And they in reality taunted him, saying, who's your God, or what's your God going to do? I'm going to put you in there. And then when it was said, the man that had the final say-so word to put him in there really got it in him, like, God, I shouldn't have did that. That was actually a pretty good guy. But it was already said, so they had to do what they had to do, and they put him in there. It's very interesting because he goes in there and he comes right back on out. The mouths of the lions, he says, stayed shut. And this is in the book of Daniel in the what is this, the 6th chapter. Something just for everybody to read, to get a little inspiration sometimes on some fascinating things that go down on this planet that sometimes we just can't put into words what happened, that we could just see it and then we're just like, yep, that is just what it is. That's just what it is, that I can't say anything outside of that. Because the whole concept of this is me not thinking in a literal sense of being put in a lion's den, but in the sense of the more and more that because what it is, he's going to these people telling them about who Jesus, no, not Jesus yet. He's telling them about who God is. He's telling them about what he's been able to do, what he's looking for us to do, and why is it that he's looking for us to do such a thing. And he's coming to the people to get them to change from doing what it is that they're doing. That they're living in such wicked ways that he's like, hey guys, I know a way to be able to not have all these problems, and not have all this drama, not have all these just negativity going on in your world. I know how to be able to get out of that. And he's coming to them trying to give them that message, and they're doing what they always do. What the people always do is completely reject the message, completely just shut it down and just say, no, that's stupid, that's silly, that's worthless, that's pathetic. But he's coming in to say that, no, this is real. And him going into the lion's den and them seeing that and them putting them through that and then him being able to get out of that had to really kind of change people's minds, change people's attitudes, change something about them. That's why for me today, something that I just have to say, that I don't know who I'm speaking to right now, that I feel like I have a general idea, a little snippet of who needs to hear this right now, because what's going on in my world is very fascinating, because it's like somebody who doesn't believe and believe in me, someone who wants to try and even destroy me, the same way that these people are trying to do, that they did and are doing some things that are trying to get you to end it all, to quit, to give up. And you threw them into the lion's den. But you're only going to come to realize in the end that the dude is still going, that I'm still going, not because of anything about me and what I'm all about, but because of what God wants to be able to show and be able to prove to the world and prove to you. That I don't know why you're doing what you're doing and why you want to continue to keep doing what you're doing and keep on trying to destroy. But he's saying that it's not anything that I could possibly do, because I'm just a simple human being And the way that I like to say it to myself sometimes that may not be all that appropriate, but I'm just a worthless human being. I'm meaningless. I'm absolutely pointless. I'm no different than the next person. I'm no greater than the other person. I'm never going to be better than anybody else before and everyone in the future. I'm just me. I'm here and I'm doing what I'm doing. But the main thing is God is moving, showing, being, doing something that is going to be able to work through me to be able to show somebody that he's real. And even if you don't want to believe in where you see me go, you're going to believe in the fact that you're watching some people just get through some things. They threw a guy with the lines that were going to kill him. They were going to kill him because they threw some other people in there later on, and they did. They didn't have their mouth shut. But God is able to do some things to be able to get some people out and be able to move some people without. This is the part where yesterday I was talking, and all this week I've been thinking about. You're able to go and being able to get for nothing. Nothing. You do no work, you do no nothing. You're able to be able to get in and be able to take over what it else. Someone else was working so hard. Hey, Johnny, get down. Someone else was working so hard to get and build and create all that they're creating. Hey, Johnny, let's get down. Building and creating everything that they were doing for someone to just come in and just take over, just take ownership. As if they did all the work to build it all up to be able to get to that point. It's no. That's very interesting situation because that's what God does. And he does that to show how powerful he is. To let the world know and let everyone see that's dealing with any of his people, to see there's no way they could have done that on their own. There's no way. There's just no possible way. How did they do that? How did they get in there? How are they able to get that? How are they able to do anything? How are they actually able to succeed to be able to get through that? How did, no matter what was going on in their world, no matter what was going on in their life, they were able to just pull through? It's not because of the human that is better or worse than anybody else. It is the fact that God is able to move that and push that forward and make that happen. To be able to show how powerful he is, to be able to show how great he is, to be able to show how real he is, to be able to show what he's actually capable of doing. For someone who wants to doubt, for someone who doesn't have it in them to really just really think that it could be real. He does some things to just force it upon you to show you that it is just real, that it just is what it is. It's very fascinating of where it is that I go and what it is that I do and where it is I'm able to communicate with because, sorry, I've been having, the reason I'm talking today, I've been having a lot of very strange things go on where I've been thrown into the lion's den and I've been just pushed and left there and for no one to even think about coming back to see are they okay or not. It's a very interesting concept of how I just look at my world with my life, with what's been going on, for me to have to just say something here right now that I don't know what it is. In reality, I'll be straight up, I wasn't gonna make a video today because it's late for one. I've been real busy today for one. I'm super tired for two. I don't know what's going on with that. But that is what I'm going to say is the beauty of what I have come to really understand. Just had an aha moment sitting down watching a real old video of mine of God is powerful. He's so powerful that he's going to do some things that you're not going to quite understand. He's going to do some things for some people that you're just very, very just confused, just blown away. And that's the power of what I'm going to say he is. And that's why he does what he does. He moves people into positions that aren't supposed to have that position. He puts people in places that weren't supposed to have that and weren't supposed to be a part of that. But they were able to just take it over because of being able to show who God is and what he's all about. And the main thing is, it's not because, the biggest thing that I just get a very good understanding of, it's not because anybody is in reality better, not so much as better or worse, but someone is willing. When you're willing, that's when God is willing to move and willing to do, and it's going to make some things happen. But when you're not willing, when you're just, I just don't care, and I don't want to even try. Things get hard. I'm just going to back out. And God's just, he's like, just keep doing what you was doing. But when you run into a situation where somebody is willing, that's where, like the Israelites, and that's where all the people, and that's where people that aren't even Israelites that were looking for some guidance and looking for some help, that saw what God was, and then said, hey. I'll save you. I'll give you this if you save me and don't do me what they were going to do to everybody else. So when God saves other people other than the Israelites, it's stated many times that I don't care what you want to believe with that or not. But it's a matter of when you're willing. These people are always willing. Even though they were grumbling, even though they were complaining, even though they were just, I can't, and I don't cares, and I don't knows, and this sucks, and what's gonna happen, and even when they would turn to go to do something else and worship other gods for a little bit and start doing all these just crazy stuff, they were still willing to say, I'm sorry. They were still willing to say, please forgive me. They were still willing to get down on their knees and say to God, I need you. I know I've been going wrong. I went wrong, and I need you. They were willing to do that. And that's the thing where I just really have to, I can't add to the book, but we don't know in the book what the wickedness of these people were doing that God was moving them out. But we just have to know that wickedness, that they weren't willing. They just completely rejected. They completely let it go. They completely just failed. They completely just said, I don't care what happens to me. I'm never going to pray to God. I'm never going to pray to, say, that God. They're going to pray to other gods thinking they're going to get help. But the gods that they were praying were things of the world. They were praying to wood. They were praying to metal. They were praying to the clouds. They were praying to the sun. They're praying to stars. They're praying to another human being standing next to them. And they weren't praying to the one that actually just created and made and maintains all of that. And they had it in them to just never even want to ask for that help. That's the one thing that I'm going to say, that every single time that they were struggling, so they got on the commands, they got on the laws, and they were doing good, and everything was going great, and they would slip, they would fail, and when they would fail, they would get enslaved, oppressed, destroyed, just taken off the planet, whatever. They got some serious madness happen to them, but they would always, every single time, come to a point that they would say, God, please help me. God, I know I was doing wrong. God, what is it that you're looking for me to do? Because I'm not doing right based on what's happening around me. Based on you told me that I would be able to live on the land and be in peace. You told me that I would be able to not have to worry about certain things, that everything would be taken care of. You told me all that. And that's not happening for me. And they would just get down and just say, God, please. God, I need you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And forgive me for what I've done. Forgive me for what I've been doing. Forgive me for what I was even saying. Forgive me for anything that was going on in my life. Please forgive me. And please forgive every single one that wants to try to hurt me. Please forgive the ones that are destroying me. Please forgive the ones that are just trying to absolutely damage me. Please forgive them as well, please. I know it's not them as a human that's doing it. It's something else. It's something greater. It's something more that none of us can ever even understand, get any close of understanding with. It's something that is just super powerful, that is damaging. And please forgive them, because it's not them. It's something more than them. And they would always ask for forgiveness. They would always seek to get God back again. And that's something that I'm going to say that I believe is probably one of the most greatest and most interesting things about reading this Bible and really getting the understanding of what's going on here. That no matter what, no matter how far they got away, no matter how much they even saw, like God would even say to them, if you don't stay here, this is going to happen to you. And then they would go and run away and get off and do whatever they want to do and just quit. But they still had it in them to just, God, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. They would always come back. Always come back. And that's where, for me, to have a good understanding of the other people and everything else that was going on why they had to get taken out, was because they never did that. They just got to the point that they just said, you suck, you're crap, I quit, I don't ever want to hear about you, I don't care even if you could possibly help me, I just don't care. And people just got to that point. And it's crazy, because that's what I see today. That's what I see today, that so many people are hurting and destroyed and broken down and beaten down and just absolutely just devastated, that they want to do that to other people. They want everybody else to feel that exact same way. They're so confused about who they are that they want everybody around them to be just that exact same level, if not more, in confusion of who they are and what they're all about and what they're capable of doing and where they're going to go. They want more people to feel that level, because you're so hurt. You think that everybody's out to hurt you, destroy you, and damage you, and just beat you down, that you want to do that to everybody else. That you wish ill will on everyone around, and you just want to absolutely just hurt them. You want to hurt them. You want to do whatever you can to make sure that they don't have a voice to want to even go another day. You do everything in your power to do such a thing. And that's so evil. And that's the whole thing of, in reality, who and what we are. So evil, so destructive, such chaos, just destructive beyond chaos, beyond evil. And there's something about that we have to do our best to get away from. And the only way that we can get away from that is saying, hey, God, can you please help me? Can you please bring me back? Please forgive me. And it's something that's absolutely amazing about who God is. The fact that he's so patient and so willing and never just here to just quit and just give up. Because even though someone would say, oh yeah, he flooded the whole world, he sure as heck did. Flooded the whole world and killed all the people and all his animals even. Like, man, you could at least left the animals, man. Like, why you got to do that to the animals even? Like, what could they have been doing wrong? But somehow they must have been doing something wrong. But yet he didn't do it to all. He left some. And he left the some that still had it in their heart to say, God, please help me. There's just wickedness going on out here. Just craziness going on out here. Please help me. And not only just help me, but help them. Do something for them. Bring something to them. Do anything you can to help them get out of their wickedness. And he saved those people to allow them to be able to redo this whole situation again. And he saved those people seeing what it used to be like, to bring them into something to say, let's not do that same thing again. Let's do something different. But it's interesting because I don't know what it is that I just look around, I move around, I listen to stuff, watch stuff, and it's just, we're going to that same stuff again, to that same evil, to that same wickedness, to that same level of destruction. Instead of looking at someone and saying, hey, I hope and wish the best for you, you're looking at them like, how can I take and manipulate and steal from you? It's all demonic. It's all just evil intentions. Instead of just being blessed and happy for somebody and motivated to see that someone's doing better and try to figure out, hey, if they're doing better, maybe I could get that same thing. Instead of trying to destroy that other person and trying to make yourself think that you're going to gain and get because you got someone else to get and be worse and far off than you. That's a backwards way of thinking and being on this planet. The way of being able to think and be on this planet is to help that person get better, not help that person get worse. And for some reason, it just seems like most of the information today that I'm just constantly seeing and surrounded by is, let's get that person to be worse. Because if they're worse than me, at least I'm not that bad. And I'm going to do everything I can to try to destroy that person so that they are worse off than me. So that I'm, as long as I'm the fastest, the bear is not going to kill me. It's going to get you. That's kind of how you're looking at life. Like you're only looking at it in a way of being faster than the slowest one. And then when you look around your life and you don't notice that anybody is slower than you, you try to do everything you can to get that person to be slower than you. You try to get all inside of everything that's going on with them to try to get them to be slower. That's where I'm going to say that works on some, but that doesn't work on the people that break down and say, God, I need help. God, can you get me out of this? God, I need you to push me through to be able to get me back to where it is that I should be, back to what it is that I should be doing. Expose to me what it is that I'm struggling with. Expose to me what it is that I'm failing at so that I can get back into knowing more about you, understanding more about you, living more closer to you, God, to be able to have a better chance at being able to get closer to you so that I can understand you more. And there's going to be some people out here that do that. And to those people, those are the people that you threw in that lion's den, and you're going to watch them just walk out and just pet that lion on its head. And you sitting there napping, sleeping, hanging out with them, realizing that they can't destroy you. They can't destroy you because God won't let them destroy you, because he has it in him to always know that I've got God by my side. And when you've always got that with you, and you've always got that reliability, and you've always put in everything in you to always give back to, and always give thanks to, and always give praise to, he's going to do something absolutely amazing that's going to make someone else finally say, that God is real. That's what he's done multiple times. He's done that multiple times. People being in positions that they were never able to even get out. Positions that they're stuck. They're stuck. They can't get out of this enslavement. They can't get out of this destruction. But yet, they did. It's to show the other ones how powerful and how real and how true God is. And he take them out of slavery constantly, over and over and over again, to show not even the ones that they got out of slavery, the power of God, but to show the other ones on the outside who God truly is and what he's all about and what he's capable of doing. And it's such an amazing story, such an amazing thing to be able to understand and be able to realize that God is doing for his people. that he said he's going to do for his people. And his people already know it and understand it, believe it, feel it, and live it. It's the others out there that don't quite know and don't quite believe that he's trying to bring in and be able to get back onto the mission of realizing who he is and what he's all about. It's so fantastic. It's so amazing. It's so wonderful. It's so great. So me being a human being of Mark Anthony Dubose Jr. on this planet, I'm nobody. I'm nothing. I'm just a being that God is using to be able to show how powerful he is. That when things seem like they get challenging, you're going to watch this guy just get through some things. And it's not going to make sense to you other than realizing that there must be something greater working for him, because there's no way that he could have done that. And that's what I just keep finding myself into and stumbling myself across, because I'm not the one that cares about the glory. I don't want it. I don't care. I'm nobody. I'm meaningless. I'm nothing. God is everything. God is all that matters. All that's out here for anybody to ever care about. That's where I'm going to push everything that happens to me and comes to me off to God. I'm nobody. I don't deserve anything that comes to me. I don't deserve anything that happens to me. I'm nobody special. I'm nobody great. I'm nobody better. I'm a simple human being, but a simple human being that is sitting here giving and understanding the reasons on why I'm here, and all that glory to God, not to my own self, and not to anybody else, and not to anything else, but straight only to God, of why I'm able to do, why I'm able to have, why I'm going to be able to continue to have, is because of God. God has done that for me, and Jesus has done that for me. He's been able to allow me to be able to speak to God through Jesus. I know some people, and even me sometimes, I think like, that's so complicated. Why can't I just have a direct route? But I didn't create this. I didn't make this. I didn't set this up. And I know that there's ways and things that just have to happen for us to be able to have what it is we have. And a lot of that is just that faith, and faith in knowing that that is just what it is. And that's the way that it is. And I, in reality, never really found the relief that I was looking for until I was calling upon the name of Jesus. Because when you do that, you're calling upon a specific God, the God that created everything out here, the God that has made everything to be out here, the God that's given the inspiration in every single human being to be able to do what it is that they're able to do. That's the God. You're praying and you're speaking to a specific God. You're no longer saying the term God, and that could be a goddess of this or a godder of that or something else. No, you're talking about a specific one as soon as you start saying the name of Jesus. And for me, I have a good understanding of that's why that's there, so that you can't get confused with who you're talking to. Are you talking to a God of the book of the Quran? You're talking to the God of the book of the Latter-day Saints? You're talking to the God of the book of the Jehovah's Witnesses? Which God are you talking to? Because each one represents Jesus being a different way and a different thing. But there's one Jesus that is portrayed in a specific way, and that's the one in the Bible. That he's portrayed in one specific way to be able to be the link to be able to get to the one creator that's created all of this out here. And it's something that's very, very fascinating to let you know what it is that you're doing and where it is that you're going and why it is that you're doing what you're doing. And that's why for me to be out here, a simple, meaningless human being, just moving along, just wicked as can be, just evil as can be, being able to keep doing what I'm doing, and so God could be able to show what he's able and what he's capable of doing. It's fascinating. It's super fascinating, because there's something that goes on this planet today that I see more and more of this wickedness going on around that really has me confused on why we would want to reject something that is just so great, so interesting. That in reality, he doesn't demand us to do anything. He's going to give to you what it is that he wants to give to you. You don't have to do anything. You pray to him, you stick by his commands, and you do everything you can to do that. And you're not going to be perfect, and he still gives to you, because he knows you're not going to be perfect. But it's a matter of actually putting in the effort of trying, of making that decision and choice of saying, this is hard, but I'm going to keep on trying. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep trying as hard as I possibly can, because it's something I have to do, and it's something I want to do. It's something that I need to do, but I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to learn more. I want to find more. I want to dig deep with knowing that it's going to be challenging, and just pursue it and make it happen. Something that is just super fascinating. And with that, I just want to say thank you for a difference of a day today. A difference of a day that my thoughts have really gotten strange for the first time in a long time. And it got me thinking a lot about why. And the main reason that I can see is why is someone's trying to throw me into that lion's den. And all I can know is once I got inspiration of hearing something, standing up and just saying, you're going to watch how powerful God is. You're going to see how great he is. You're going to see how real he is. I don't know why, but today I just have it in me to just know that something is going to show somebody that God is real. And he's so real that it's going to be ridiculously obvious that you're not going to be able to just say like, nah, he did that. Nah, I didn't do it. I'm just hanging out. And hanging out that I'm doing is hanging out to get closer to God and not hanging out to get closer to evil, destructive ways. Try my best to be as kind to everybody I can, be as transparent, be as open, be as just willing to help as much as I can. And as long as I want to continue to keep doing that, I want to continue to keep learning about who God is. And I'm going to continue to keep doing that. For a fact, he has promises and guarantees that I want to be on his blessings and not his curses. And I'm thankful to be able to realize that I'm starting to be able to be a part of those blessings. Thank you.